Well, Haaland buyout clause has been revealed, and guess who has revealed it? It's Fabrizio Romano, and he's one of that man who will poke his nose in everything to find out the real information about things like buyout clauses, transfers, contract duration, and so much and so on and so forth. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all guys you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Now today we are really happy to see to it that Lord has given us the gift of life, and we're here to talk to you, and you guys are really enjoying this channel, and you guys are really subscribing endlessly, and continue to do that, because by the end of this month I want us to be having 13,000 subscribers onto this channel. And we are talking Haaland release clause, how Xavi talked to him way back before he really made up his mind to join Manchester City, and lastly, Cancelo, his contract situation and where he's going to be playing next season. So let's get this rolling. Now, 2 days back, I saw a story coming in from one of the Real Madrid fan Twitter accounts indicating that 2024 is going to be the year that Madrid is going to go all out and sign Erling Haaland. I said, how come it's Real Madrid, and how come the year is 2024? And I think the news had been given out to Real Madrid that the buyout clause of Haaland is going to be there to be activated or triggered in 2024. And guess what? Yesterday, Fabrizio Romano just went ahead and really broke the story about Erling Haaland's buyout clause, because there must have been a buyout clause into his contract, because his agent hinted on Haaland making his move away from Man City, that he's going to spend 3 years at Man City, and then after 3 years he will go ahead and really go to another league. I think he's going to be an adventurer in the 5 top leagues of Europe, and I think they are trying to groom what we call another Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Now, we've been told by Fabrizio Romano that Erling Haaland's release clause will be valid in the summer of 2024 with a value of 200 million euros. The clause is not valid for English clubs as the seasons go by in 2025, 2026. The value of the release clause will change. So if there is any team that wants Erling Haaland in 2024, he'll go for 200 million euros. And I think every person who has engineered the story of Haaland going in for 200 million euros in 2024 as his release clause has really gone ahead to really get it right. Why? These are stories you're supposed to release when the player has scored 5 goals in the previous game he played in the Champions League, going into the record with Lionel Messi and Adriano being the only 3 players who have ever scored 5 goals in one Champions League game. So as it stands, Haaland is having a buyout clause of 200 million euros, and if he continues to stay at Man City for 2025 and 2026, the clause will change. But Fabrizio Romano has not told us to what amount will that clause change to. But for my case, I really look at that release clause as something not big and not ridiculous, according to me, because when you look at Haaland, he's the best goal scorer in the world. That's it. Coming in the Premier League, and he's now having, are they 30, how many goals in the Premier League? Are they 32? I think he has clocked 30. And in the Champions League, he has gone ahead to score how many goals? Because his total tally this season is 39 goals. And trust me, if all goes well for him, he can find himself scoring 50 or 60 goals in the Premier League, because I don't think that 20 goals are really so much for Erling Haaland, because on a good day, Man City can create chances and Haaland can convert like 4 goals. So to me, I believe he is worth it. Why? He's a goal machine. He's a goal machine. And God has blessed him to be working with one of the best managers in the world as far as improving players is concerned. That is Pep Guardiola. When you look at the way Haaland is playing nowadays, you see him going deep, getting himself involved into the build-up play of Man City. So I look at him as a player who is really going to have totally changed by 2024. And I think if I told you a Man City, having bought the player at 65 million euros from Borussia Dortmund, and you spent close to more 60 million euros onto the agent fees, the father, and so on and so forth, I think you'll be okay to let him go in 2024 if at all a club comes out and really triggers that buyout clause of 200 million. And I think they did well to really include a clause that for non-English clubs. Why? The wise see ahead. Do you know that by 2024 there might not be a team outside English Premier League or outside England that can pay that amount of money as things are really going in? Because when you look at Real Madrid, when you look at how the levels are really shrinking with Barcelona, it shows you that if a player would choose to go that side, then there will be a very huge reason, and that's supposed to be money. But will they be willing to pay him the money that he wants? That's the huge question. Will Barcelona have gone ahead to really recover from their financial constrictions? All right. Will Real Madrid have gotten Kylian Mbappe or not? Because my mind tells me Madrid can't have Kylian Mbappe and Haaland. Why? By the time they buy Mbappe, he'll call for a salary of £1 million per week. And by the time they go in for Haaland, he'll be calling in for that amount of money per week. And it's going to be ridiculous for those teams. So that is the buyout clause of Haaland. So, and Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and revealed that to us. So your thoughts onto that are welcome in the comment section below. So after that, again, a little bit of Haaland. Before he came to Manchester City, there was a manager who was all over him and wanted him to sign for Barcelona. That is none other than Xavi, the manager of Barcelona. I've been told by Ivan San Antonio that Xavi met with Haaland last summer to convince him of FC Barcelona sporting project. The club did everything possible to sign him, but it could not be done because of the financial situation. So it looked like if Barcelona had the money, they would have gone ahead to sign Erling Haaland. They would have gone ahead to pay the 65 million euros. They would have gone ahead to pay the agent fees that was involved. But the problem was simple. The financial constrictions, the wage bill that Haaland comes with at your club was really important for a team like Barcelona. They've been going through a lot, and they wouldn't like to get in a player like him who is really going to call in for a lot of money, because he would have gone for £400,000 a week. That is a lot of money for Erling Haaland. It said he earns between £350,000 a week to £400,000 a week at Man City. So when you look at Barcelona and the problems they are into, they might even lose Xavi because they cannot register him, and very many other players. So it shows you how tough the situation is at Barcelona, and they missed out on Erling Haaland. I believe if at all Barcelona's financial situation was okay, Haaland would have chose Barcelona over City. That's it. He would have chose Barcelona over City, because very many players believe that if at all you want to win the Ballon d'Or, you are supposed to be playing for either Real Madrid or Barcelona, because of the influence they have in the UEFA and how these teams have gone ahead to dominate the European football. So that's how Xavi missed out on Haaland. That's it. And now lastly, let's talk about the right back, who is one of the best in the world. And he goes by the names of João Cancelo. Remember, towards the end of the January transfer window, he left for Bayern Munich, and there was a clause of 70 million euros of buying him if at all Bayern Munich wanted to keep this player for good. But that clause was not mandatory, and then we've been told again by Christian Falk from the Bayern Munich side, he's telling us that Bayern Munich will definitely not trigger João Cancelo's 70 million euro option to buy. The Bundesliga club will sit down with Man City and try to negotiate a lower fee. So that means they are willing to keep the player, but they are not willing to pay 70 million euros. And when you look at Man City, if you get like 50 million euros from João Cancelo, I think that will be a very good business. And they would have gone ahead to replicate what they did last summer, because they made some good business at Man City. Why? They sold Jesus to Arsenal at £45 million. right? They sold Sterling to City at 50, that is close to 100 million pounds. Then they went ahead to sell Zinchenko to Arsenal at 34 million pounds. So they made sales that amounted to 150 million pounds in total. That is Man City for you. And it was all good news for them that their sporting project has started to bring in profit and obviously try to finance the next transfer that they are really going to be orchestrating. And if at all they sell João Cancelo at 50 million pounds, I think that will be a very good fee for Man City. And if at all they sell some of the players, I think they can finance the more moves they want to bring in. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through your reactions to Haaland's buyout clause revealed. A welcome in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about Haaland snubbing Barcelona for Man City? And lastly, would you want João Cancelo to return to Man City, or you would love him to stay permanently at a club of Bayern Munich? May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I'm signing out for now. See you later, my lovelies.